everyone, welcome back to Studyzing. In case you're new here, hello, I'm a music student going to the 12th grade, and here you'll find content mostly related to studies, but also to wall journaling, as it is the case of today. First of all, I'm really sorry that I hadn't posted any video on the last week, because I usually post 2 videos per week on Tuesdays and Fridays, but I had a little surgery on my tongue, so I had to do like a recovery period, which was all the last week, and I choose to don't risk the recovery. So yeah, basically I just did all the footage for the videos, and I'm right now doing the voiceovers, and as you can tell, I'm still talking a little different, a little weird, so yeah, I hope you don't mind with that. For today's video, I'll be showing you some spreads for a bullet journal that I consider essentials for any student's life. And obviously it is part of our Back to School series of 2020. Right here, I'm just showing you some materials that I'll be using. And for this month's bullet journal, I want to do kind of a Bujo style drawings. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing that I will do is obviously a month calendar, a monthly view. And I usually do this like very simple. Basically, I just write the name of the month on the top of the page. And then I just do like the little calendar with all the days. And how I use it, basically, I have a selected set of colors for that month. And on the days that I already know I will have something to do, I just color that day, basically the square of that day, and then on the weekly view I just write whatever I have to do. Right there on top of the moon, we could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away. I don't wanna care, just be here. As you can see, for the days of the week and of the month, I used a Shetler brown fine liner. And then I just did a little sentence from Pocahontas, which is from the music You Can Paint with All the Colors of the Wind, because I just feel like it has everything to do with this month's theme. The second spread is a future log, which I consider super important, especially this year because I have my PAP to do and it has like several steps. So yeah, with the future log I can know like all the evaluations that I will have in the future and everything. And basically what you do in a future log is just write like all the months of that semester or of that module or whatever. My modules end in January, so yeah, on my future log I did October, November, December, and January. And in case you're asking, for the little months, for the little calendars, I did every square with half a centimeter. And basically, I will be using this just as the monthly view. Basically, I will be painting in the days where I have something to do, and then on the bottom lines, I will just write what is it that I have to do, because obviously I won't be doing all these months with, well, like all this time before, so yeah, I just have the little lines under there so that I can know what is it that I have to do on that specific day. And for the name of the months, I used a fine liner also from Stettler in a pink color, and for the days of the week and of the month, I used again the fine liner brown. The brown fine liner. Yeah, sorry. Now I will be doing a schedule, and not only for my classes at school, but also for my studies when I get home. So I did this really simple. And as you can see, I have not been mentioning this, but yeah, I've been using a lot of these like brown paper bags because I think it just looks really, really cute. But yeah, for the schedule, I just draw like these 6 boxes and divided it into all the periods that I have, which are from 9 to 10 to 8 p.m. And yeah, basically that's it. Really simple and really intuitive to use. Now, this one, I don't consider it as essential because you can just write this on your weekly or monthly view, but it is a tests tracker, an evaluations tracker. I think it is good because like that you can just have everything in one place and just see better what you have to do. And basically I just divided it into 2 columns, and one of them I'll be writing the subject and on the other one the date. I can also write like if it is a written or an oral test or an oral presentation or whatever. And on the page next to it, it's also really related, which is my grades tracker. This time I divided it into 4 different columns because one of them is for the subject, the one is for what kind of work or evaluation it was. The other one is to write like the value it has on the final grade, and the last one the grade that I had on that work. Now, this spread is for my expenses, which I consider very important for people who are living alone or studying abroad just like me. And basically, I just do the budget that I have for that month and a little like line where I paint as I spend it. And finally, just the descriptions to know in what I spent that money, which is like groceries, laundry, etc. When I spend it and how much I did spend. This next spread is a study tracker that I consider very, very important because sometimes we study so much some subjects and not that much of the other ones. So yeah, like this I can just keep track of what I study in which day, and basically what I did was having like a little space for each subject, and I will fill it in with a graphic. So, on the vertical lines,
é uma página que eu acho muito importante, mais uma vez para quem vive sozinho, que é planador de refeições semanal. Ou seja, eu coloco os dias da semana e todas as refeições que eu faço são pequeno almoço, lanche da manhã, almoço, lanche, jantar e snackzinho leve à noite. E pronto, eu vou apontando para não ter que estar todos os dias a pensar sempre o que é que eu vou fazer.
Which is super easy for me. And the last spread I'll be doing is my weekly view of the first week. Basically, right now I will be doing it, and then I will go to a previous week that is already all filled in and completed to explain you how I use my weekly views. So, on the first page, I just have like the weeks, as you can see, and I filled it in really, really simple. In this case, I did it with an orange brush pen for the days of the week, with a green fine liner to divide it, and with a black pen, in this case an Inkjoy from Papermate, to write the days. And on the last space I always have the next week activities. Right now, on the other page, I have my to-do list. And I just do the title again with a simple brush pen, in this case a silver one, and basically I also have a color code that I use on my bullet journal that I will explain to you right away. So basically color coding my tasks just really helps me to know what I have to do and what it is about. And basically blue is for school, yellow is for anything that is really urgent or really important, green is for medical stuff, pink is for all the things that are personal, this reddish color is for concerts or evaluations, and finally the orange one is for everything related to Studyzing, being it YouTube or Studygram, Instagram, whatever. And then, as you can see, I will also have some squares on the bottom that I will paint with the same colors using brush pens from Crolando. So here's one of my previous weeks, and as you can see on the to-do page, I have all the tasks and all the appointments using the color code. And those little signs right there is when I've already scheduled that task on the weekly part. And then when we go to the week itself, the appointments, I just write them pretty normal with the color of the color code, and the tasks, I do them with a black pen and then put the square behind and just cross it when the task is done. Those little clocks that you see there are when I postpone any task. And yeah, right now I'll just leave you with a little flip through this month's bullet journal. That page over there, you didn't see it because it is just like a decorative page. And yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Zings!